Assalamualaikum. My name is Nadira Adabia binti Muhammad Zamrin Nizam. My number matric 23 DRM 20F2019. And my partner.
Hello everyone, my name is Farah Nur Idayu binti Fazil Muhammad. My matrix number is 23 DRM 20F2035. Okay, so how many people here love extreme sport activities? So today we're gonna talk about extreme sport. What is extreme sport? Extreme sport is the Asian sport. Adventure sports or extreme sports are activities perceived as involving a high degree of risk. These activities often involve speed, a high level of physical exertion, and highly specialized gear. While the exact definition and what is included as extreme sport is debatable, some attempted to make classification for extreme sports. Also, the one argument is that to qualify as an extreme sport, both expression terms need to be fulfilled. Sport. The participant has to dispose of considerable skill and or physical ability to avoid poor execution of the activity. Extreme. The poor execution of the activity has to result in considerable risk of serious physical harm to the participant. Along the definition, being a passenger in a cannon jet, boat ride will not fulfill the requirements as the skill required pertains to the pilot, not the passengers. Thrill-seeking might be a more suitable qualification than extreme sport or action sport in these cases. Then, while the use of the term extreme sport has spread everywhere to describe a multitude of different activities, exactly which sports are considered extreme is debatable. There are, however, several characteristics common to most extreme sports. While they are not the exclusive domain of youth, extreme sports tend to have a younger than average target demographic. Extreme sports are also rarely sanctioned by schools for their physical education curriculum. Extreme sports tend to be more solitary than many of the popular traditional sports. Rafting and paintballing are notable exceptions as they are done in teams.
With the exact definition and what is included as extreme sport in editable some appended to make classification for extreme sport. One argument is that to qualify as an extreme sport, one experienced term to need to fulfill. Sport. The participant has to dispose of considerable skill and or physical ability to avoid poor exertion for the activity. Okay. Extreme. The poor exertion of the activity has to result in considerable risk of serious physical harm to the participant. Extreme vehicle sport. This sport requires the use of snow, ice or water sport. Other subdivisions can be made along motorized and non-motorized vehicle sport, resulting in the following matrix.
Besides, extreme non-vehicle sport is no type of vehicle is required. The example is rock climbing, base jumping, bungee jumping, canyoning, ice climbing, parkour, and the deep water soloing.
Benefit of extreme sport. First, gain the ability to stay centered. Extreme sport can push you to your physical and mental limits. When this happens, it's easy to lose your cool, but that can lead to potentially dangerous mistakes. Individuals who regularly perform feats such as jumping out of an airplane actually can change chemical makeup for their mind. When this happens, you become more susceptible to staying calm and centered during stressful situations. In other words, extreme sport can make the rest of your life easy to manage. Number 2, high calorie burn. If you want to get in the best possible physical shape, extreme sports are often the best choice. As an added bonus, They can also be a lot more fun than a standard exercise routine. Skateboard offer a primer example because the average person burns as much 15 calories per hour when riding their board. Of course, you will get the best result if you work on complicated surface and do skateboard trick during this time period instead of merely ridden or flat land. Number 3. Increase balance. Even individuals who have a good sense of balance can benefit from improving it, and this is actually what most extreme sport will help you do. Keep in mind that if you are naturally clumsy or have any medical condition that inhibit your sense of balance, it may not be wise to start with one of the more dangerous extreme sports. However, something as simple as riding a skateboard on flat land will force your body to become more balanced. Otherwise, you will remain wobbly that in trade time and many have severe accident. This process will be similar to learning to ride a bike in the you manifold of your victims, but your body should eventually adjust to the new balance requirements. Gain a sense of humility. Getting ahead in the business world and life in general may seem like a ruthless competition. The truth is that having a sense of humility is actually extremely important. This makes us feel more relatable to others, and it can help avoid the development of a negative reputation. With extreme sport, you have to embrace the fact that you are not perfect or immortal. Instead, to survive the experience, you must look at your own mortality, learning how to use safety equipment properly, and you willing to listen to your instructor direction. There was a link to increase humility in a 2009 study. Boost your confidence. Action sport tests you will overcome difficult physical challenges. After all, it's not easy to climb a mountain, but if you can complete this challenge, your rewards will be much more than merely physical. Studies have found a strong link between extreme sport and a higher level of self-confidence. This makes sense when you consider the fact that completion a test so physical during is something that you should be proud of. The self-confidence boost you can have a positive impact on every aspect of your life, which makes extreme sport a good idea for everyone who is physically capable of meeting the available challenge.
In addition, learn the importance of stretching. As with every other form of physical exercise, it is imperative to utilize proper stretching techniques to keep your muscles in a good shape. Stretches do vary based on the type of exercise that you are doing, which makes it wise to take a close look at the techniques that are used by the profs. For example, fitness and stretching routines of pro surfers incorporate dynamic stretches and place an emphasis on relaxing the upper body and tight muscles. Doing these stretches on a regular basis makes it easier to surf without suffering from an injury. Besides, the example of extreme sport activities is parachuting. Parachuting, including also skydiving, is a method of transiting from a high point in the atmosphere to the surface of Earth with the aid of gravity, involving the control of speed during the descent using a parachute or parachutes. For cargo parachuting, the parachute descent may begin immediately, such as a parachute airdrop in the lower atmosphere of Earth, or be significantly delayed, such as in a planetary atmosphere where an object is descending under parachute following atmospheric entry from space, and may begin only after the hypersonic entry phase and initial deceleration that occurs due to friction with the thin upper atmosphere. The ninth activity is bungee jumping. Bungee jumping, also spelled bungee jumping, is an activity that involves a person jumping from a great height while connected to a large elastic cord. The launching pad is usually erected on a tall structure such as a building or crane, a bridge across a deep ravine, or on a natural geographic feature such as a cliff. It is also possible to jump from a type of aircraft that has the ability to hover above the ground, such as a hot air balloon or helicopter. The thrill comes from the free falling and the rebound. When the person jumps, the cord stretches and the jumper flies outwards again as the cord recoils and continues to oscillate up and down until all the kinetic energy is dissipated.
Base jumping is the directional point of jumping from fixed object using a pretty hood to descend safely to the ground. Based in a common, the standard of 4 categories to fit object from which one can jump, including spin and edge. Skydiving. Skydiving is parachuting from a painful fun. Skydiving can be done individually and with group of people. Training is required. Unlike most paratroopers, skydivers often wait until they are low before opening the parachute hood. The jump can also be made from a helicopter or balloon that is high a knot in the sky. Skydiving can be an exciting sport.
Moreover, Extreme Sports Channel. The Extreme Sports Channel is a paid television channel that was launched from Amsterdam on 1 May 1999. The channel broadcasts in over 60 countries and 12 languages and covers extreme sport and adventure sports, which include surfing, skateboarding, snowboarding, wakeboarding, motocross, BMX, mountain biking, FMX, music, gaming, and fashion. The owner is Extreme International Brand AMC Networks International Channel. The vision and idea for the Extreme Brand franchise and TV channel came from Alistair Gosling, founder of Extreme International and ambassador for action and adventure sports, supporter of several global marine conservation projects, international advisory board member of Khidia, the 334 square km sports, entertainment and cultural destination being developed in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, and is a supporter of MedNet, the award-winning medical network that is helping save lives through peer-to-peer learning between doctors.
Value of extreme sport. First, train yourself to be a brave person. Number 2, get a valuable and exciting experience. Number 3, learn new things. Number 4, release tension with beautiful view. And number 5, feeling overwhelmed with joy.
Next, extreme sports are individual rather than team focused. The core values and testing oneself and meeting personal challenge, usually through close engagement with the natural environment. Extreme sports have a strong countercultural element, with participants often snobbing authority and conventional sporting values. Men have dominated the extreme sports, which often promote traditional notion of masculinity. However, in the 2010s, women's participation was increasing. To conclude, we already know that there are many extreme sports, also called action sport, agro sports, and adventure sport, is a popular term for certain activities perceived as having a high level of inherent danger. It is also can practice preference. These activities often involve speed, a high level of physical exertion, and highly specialized gear. Extreme sports offer attraction but also involve a big risk.
Okay, Nadira, give me one example of extreme non-vehicle sports.
Okay. So far, this answer is rock climbing. Give me 3 values of extreme sport.
Okay, first, to be a brave person. 2. Learn new things. 3. Release tension with beautiful view. Okay, Nadira, the last question is, what extreme sport covers?
Okay, the answer is cover extreme sport and adventure sport.